Hi everyone, and welcome back to Carla. Last time we took another big step in restoring the boat. We cleared out the remaining interior, removed rusted fuel and water fills, and we removed the rest of the windows. With the boat cleaned up, it's now our workshop that is overflowing with tools and work materials. So now we need a place to store it all. So today we're building storage shelves in the workshop. We'll also be removing the remaining rusted fuel and water fills on the other side of the boat. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. It's free and it really helps us keep the project moving forward. Now, let's get to work. Here Klaus is preparing the pieces of wood that he needs to build the framing for the shelves. The only thing is that nothing is level in the workshop, which always makes everything so much easier. Well, everything has to be custom made, but that's just a job for Klaus. I can't think of anything that Klaus decided to build that he didn't somehow get to work. So he made all the necessary measurements and got the new table saw out and got to work. Now it's time to start putting things together. And as I said, nothing in the workshop is level. And we don't want things rolling off the shelves, so Klaus is just making sure that we avoid that problem. Klaus is giving our new jigsaw a go, and he's quite happy about how it handles. He's making small cutouts where he's going to put the framing for the shelves going in the other direction.
Okay, that worked. This was definitely one of the best jigsaw experiences I've ever had. It's a really nice machine. Of course, the blade does a huge difference. I might have used cheaper blades before, or dollar blades last, but this really works. So yeah, almost like butter. I know this is softwood, of course, but still. So yeah, let's get going.
Now it's time to get started on the second part of the shelves. Here Klaus is getting all the wood ready so he can get going. And here we have the finished shelves, which actually turned out really nice and sturdy as well.
Well, we finished. And to fasten it into the wall, I put a screw into a brick over here. I don't know what this is called in English. But you drill a hole into the brick that's big enough to accommodate this one. You put it in, and then you put the screw into this one, and it expands in the brick. And yeah, well, I did that there, and over here, because this is not normal brick. This is some kind of I don't know, but it's harder, so I can't use the same technique here. But we do have the old roof beams, and so I just made a bracket that fits in here, put it down here, screw it into the old beam there, and screw it into the boards on the underside, and then fasten it like that. Then I think it should be enough. So let's do that.
With that done, it's finally time to get things off the floor and onto the shelves where it belongs, and now we can finally move around the workshop without falling over stuff everywhere. Now the time has come to take a look at the fuel and water fills on the other side of the boat.
Well, here on the other side we also have two fuel caps. One is for fresh water and one's for fuel. So fresh water cap, fuel cap. Yeah, we have two that we have to replace, exactly the same as on the other side. Actually, I just took this off. This was around one of the pipes underneath, and you can see the layers of rust that's come off. And if this comes off, there can't be much left. So yeah, there's definitely a job. That's the front one, and the back, well, it looks the same. So, but on this side we also have the exhaust from the diesel furnace, and I just had a quick look around it, and yeah, well, it looks the same as well. The only thing here is that we are quite close to the hull. Hopefully we won't have to get too close to the hull, because it gets really difficult getting out there with the grinder and with the welder and everything, but we'll see. First we'll have to see if we can get it off. First we'll have to get it off. We will get it off, and then yeah, we'll assess the rust once again.
Well, things don't always go the way you want, and sometimes you have to hit it with a bit of violence to get it to succeed, but here Klaus gets the job done. The exhaust also caused a bit of problems. He wasn't able to get out all the screws, so he had to get out the angle grinder and do it the hard way.
Well, we got it off, and yeah, it's quite thin. I think we have to go all the way in here. In here there should be enough. Feels like it. Over here it's the same. Yeah. Yeah. It's more or less where the flange was. These, yeah, well, they're the same as on the other side. We'll have to take a piece out that size approximately. So yeah, guess we better get going.
As you can see, the metal we're removing is really thin and corroded, so it's a good thing we're getting it fixed. With every new piece we add, we're making the boat stronger and more seaworthy. It might be hard work, but every step brings us closer to a boat that is reliable and built to last. And best of all, it means that we're one step closer to setting sail on the actual journey, which is what makes all the hard work worth it in the first place. So let's go over to the workshop and get going on making the new pieces of metal.
Good morning, everyone. Look at the weather today. It's absolutely beautiful. It's almost summer. It's a bit cold, but it's almost summer. Well, today we're going to weld in the 3 patches we made ready yesterday. But we have one exciting factor today, and that's the welding gas. We are running quite low, and I have a feeling that it's going faster and faster the further down the bottle goes. But we'll just have to see. If we run out, we'll have to order a new one. They have day-to-day service, so they'll probably be here with a new bottle tomorrow, and then we can continue. But I don't want to order a new one before we used all the gas in the bottle. Is that cheap? I don't know. But what the heck. Let's get going. now let's get out the grinder, grind down the weldings, and give it some paint, and then, yeah, well, then we're done.
And here we are. Claus is now putting the finishing touches on this side of the boat, and as you can see, nice result on the other side as well. So all in all, job well done.
Well, we just ordered a new bottle with the argon CO2 welding gas that I'm using. But it's not all empty yet. So I just want to give it a go, see if I can empty the bottle. If I can, well, bonus. If not, well, it's almost empty, and they're probably going to pick it up in a couple of days. But I just had some hours now, might as well give it a go. So I set up the welder, and I would just want to weld the frames onto the metal sheets that we put on the aft deck a long time ago, but I never got around to welding the frames onto it. So I'm going to do that now. We'll have a look at it later. Yeah, let's go. Well, we didn't even get to the end, and then we ran out of welding wire. Not the gas, but the welding wire. Okay, so one bottle equals almost 5 kilos of welding wire. That's interesting. Well, we're back in business. I put a new roll in it, and let's go.
We used up the last of the welding gas, and now Claus is off to remove the rest of the metal and wood that is still there around the boat. This clean slate will set the stage for our next big project, working on the hull, which you'll see in our upcoming videos. Well, I think that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe to our channel for more restoration adventures, and go check out our Patreon page. And remember, if you have any good advice or any questions for us, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.